Good morning, America. Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Europe, under the ash cloud of a volcanic smoke from Iceland. It's April 20th, 2010. About 7 years ago, in July, after moving into a brand new beautiful house that I designed with a computer program, I began to write the story of the worst future of Earth that I could imagine. I called my story September 11th, 2011. And although as you're counting, it's about a year from now. Well, 2 weeks into starting to write my first screenplay, September 11th, 2011, my beautiful wife at the time, we've been married for 10 years, hands me divorce papers. So, needless to say, I had plenty of time waiting for a slow divorce and very slow injustice to write the story of the worst future there. And I wrote the sequel, the Bible Code Revelations, where our hero Jack, by the way, in September 11th, 2011, the whole thing starts when already 19 cities on the coast of the United States of America have already been knocked. The next wave was coming, but then our Jack, they all claimed Jack, they always called them Jacks, the Jack of all trades, the CIA's, the Jacks. Anyway, my Jack, he went in the sequel called the Bible Code Revelations. He searched the Bible code, as I did, and he looked in search of the Ark of the Covenant, which he hoped would reveal God's plan for us. Well, by March 1st, 2005, a year and a half into my 2 stories, still waiting for that slow justice, no justice divorce, I stopped on March 1st, 3105. Very interesting numbers in the long scheme of things. But let me just explain you what happened then. On that day, I began to write the future of the best possible future there. And within 6 days, I had your mind surrounded. By 11th, I offered to buy California for 1.5, and I told them I had 999 years of justice and peace on earth. But that's not the point, or maybe it is. Maybe it is. But let's get on to the other points of the story. Fascinatingly, once you reinvent the future of Earth, you go back and you revamp and figure out what are the next big things of history. All of them, all the way back. Before we get to the first big thing, which resonates pretty nicely with March 1st, 2005. Oh, before we get to that, we must give a nod. We must give a nod to the sun. Whether it's a Big Bang or God, it came before man. So, of course, we call that Big Thing Zero. And of course, zero conquers any number, multiplied or divided. Google guys, do your higher order, man. Of course, the one, I was all complex because my first plan was to marry technology and housing until I realized housing took way too much capital and I could buy you out without any capital. Except the capital of my mind. But that's not the point, or maybe it is. Is that the point? Of course it might not be, or it could be. Oh, is it complex and confusing than you own the world in your head. No, here's the point. The first big thing that man invented, I am schizophrenic on. I believe it was monopoly, but it was also housing. And, well, just think of it. You know, you played Monopoly, it has housing. It's Monopoly, babies. It's Monopoly was the first thing man invented. But at first he had a cave. He didn't need a house. He had his club. And he beat the men with a club to get the best women. And that's how he started the tribes and the chiefs and the kings and the emperors. And today you play it with no money. Well, we might as well get to 2. I'll just give it to you really quickly, because it's in the freaking number of the years of the millennium we're in. It's the millennium of travel. 2 was travel, not a wheel, all of it. Boats, or land travel. Boats, all those kinds of travel. Horses, wagons. 2 was travel, but that's not March 1st. Okay, we got to the 1 of March 1st, but the 3 of March 1st, you've never done it yet. You don't even know how to practice it. They invented it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years ago. The Greeks invented democracy, and you got to do it. Just do it. Democracy. You don't even have a concept of it. Let's go on from there. We'll leave 4 for leader. But it has to do with the Book of Love, which is weird. But 5. The 5th next big thing man invented wasn't even that long ago. Arguably less than 400 years in a 12,000-year history. 200 years or so ago, at the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, mankind invented capitalism. Capitalism, Adam Smith, The Wealth of Nations, and the opposing view from Karl Marx, Das Kapital. So is that the point? Well, it could be. I could leave it at that. But the point is, well, it's got to take you all over the place. Here's the next point. 3105. I started reinventing the world in my head. I didn't have it perfectly done, but I knew the best way was not to do a little startup and go hire people and take my ideas and turn them into 100 billion in 4 to 5 to 7 years. No! I could buy any company on earth and turn them into... But wait, I don't want to start with any company. I had a plan to buy them all, take them private in my hand, and create the first people's capitalist enterprise with the power of the province I invented for you. But that's a power of profits we had all along. I just discovered them. You see, when you reinvent all the technology, you set all the books and knowledge free, right now.